Stamp Act was the first British parliamentary attempt to raise revenue through direct taxation of all colonial, commercial, and legal papers, newspapers, pamphlets, cards, almanacs, and dice. American colonies fought alongside the British during the French and Indian War between 1754 and 1763. The British Empire will incur a massive amount of debt for the cost of the conflict. The British will impose a series of taxes on the American colonists to collect on that debt. The most notorious of these taxes was the infamous Stamp Act. The Stamp Act will inspire the Sons of Liberty: no taxation without representation, and eventually ideas of independence and revolution. My thesis supports the theme debate and diplomacy because the debate in the Stamp Act was the British arguing whether to start the Stamp Act or not because they had almost no money because they had used it all in their troops in the 7 Years' War against the French and the Indians. And the debate in the Stamp Act was the Americans arguing with the British to stop taxing them because they thought it was wrong of the British to tax them. The diplomacy was the American colonists starting to fight back to stop the Stamp Act. And they also made the tax collectors run away because the Americans threatened them. And some other diplomacy in the Stamp Act was the Declaratory Act, when the British finally ended the Stamp Act. The source is good because it helped me develop my thesis because it showed the reason the British started the Stamp Act was that they were in a massive debt after the 7 Years' War with the French and Indians. And it showed me some of the things the British made the Americans put the stamp on, things like legal papers, newspapers, pamphlets, cards, almanacs, and dice. And it also showed me how long the Stamp Act lasted, for about 10 years.